Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this die cut layered stacking card. But most of all, as you'll see, it's a thank you card and I want to dedicate it to you. I have hit 1,000 subscribers. Now I know there are people out there who have 120,000 subscribers and more, but that's not the point, is it? You have subscribed to my channel, and for me to reach 1,000 is a huge milestone. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. So I'm going to demonstrate this card, but like I say, it is dedicated to you. And if on the off chance you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, well, hit that button because I would like to dedicate this card to you too. So without further ado, let's get started. It's using one of the new in colours from the catalogue, which is just about to debut. And this is how it starts. It's a piece of cardstock, the usual size. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then what I did was I took a piece of the new 6 by 6 designer series paper, which is the Thoughtful Journey. And this is the paper that I used. And I put, I'll show you actually on the paper itself, I put the largest die on the edge, so it cut the shape out. I then put this die in the middle and it popped that piece out. And then on a separate piece of boho blue cardstock, I used a layered sized die and cut that out. So that's how we got the pieces that we need to make this card. And then last but not least, out of the stylish shapes, I die cut the little banner because it's got the same stitched edging. So here are all the pieces. It's not a lot of them, but it does make a rather stunning card if I say so myself. So bring in the bone folder and give that a nice crease, and then we will attach the designer series paper. Just going to put a little extra bit more on the inside. So we'll pop that on there, and then we will put the designer series paper, the small piece, on the layer of the boho blue. And then what I wanted to do was add the white cord. So I need to do that first before I stick it down. So we just leave an end, wrap it round twice or 3 times, however many times you want to go round. And then the tricky part comes when you try to tie the bow. So I'm just going to snip it off. And tie 1 knot. Some people do this with such ease, and then when I try, I seem to go all thumbs. But we'll make a second knot to secure it, and then tie a bow. I found the only way I can do it effectively, if I'm honest, is to leave more cord than I need. Tie the bow loosely, sort of tweak it backwards and forwards, and then trim the edges off. So for the sake of this video, I think I'm quite proud of myself that I didn't actually take overly long to do that. So cut the extra piece off and pop that away in the trash. So there's a nice little bow. And then the next bit we need to do is stamp the greeting. And I'm using the wild ferns. It is still available. It's not, I don't think it's shown in the catalogue. It might be, but it's definitely still available online. It's one of the cling ones. It's not the clear acrylic. So the best way to do it, if I'm honest, when it's acrylic, if you're die cutting, is to try and stamp it first. However, I die cut it first. So it's just the slightly harder way of going about it, that's all. So I'm going to bring in a piece of scratch paper and I'm going to stamp the thank you. Stamp it off once so we get a lighter colour. So because I think I was hurrying, I've got a little edge and I'm not particularly fond of that, so I will cheat, pure confession, and bring in one I made earlier, just because I wanted to look pretty for you guys, because it's dedicated to you. So now what we need to do is attach this layer to the front. And what I'm going to do is use dimensionals. Now here's a little scrimping tip. The dimensionals come and they're all hexagonal, but along the edges there are the bits where they've made it straight. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut some pieces and pop those on, and then it uses them up nicely because this is a longer layer. So we put one there, trimmed that one, and this one can just be the piece with a funny little half a hexagon on it. So we'll peel the backing papers off as usual. Close those scissors, and then what we need to do is line up this one, of course, so it matches the pattern that it was cut out from, which it will do perfectly, of course, because that's where we got it from. And then last but not least, I'm going to attach the greeting with 2 dimensionals. Now the trick to postage and dimensionals, if you don't know it already, is if you stack them 2, it will make your project too fat. So it's best to put, if you're going to put more dimensionals, because they are on the edges of here, the middle can actually squash down. So if we put the dimensionals on where they can stand free and clear, when it goes in the envelope to be mailed, they can actually all go down and lie flat. But there you have it, 2 cards. How about that? Thank you twice. It's just really, you guys have made my day. If you like what you've seen, this is normally what I say at the end of my videos, isn't it? If you like what you've seen, please consider subscribing. So thank you to the thousands of you who considered that and did something about it. Please give me a thumbs up. If you've got a question or you want to comment, pop those in the box below. I will give all the dimensions and instructions over on my blog as usual. Thank you so much. And last but not least, thanks so much for watching.